Yep, there it is. What's going on, world? There it is. Man, just like you see from the title. What's going on, world? Just in case you know, I ain't saying it enough. Oh, well, you see from the title, right? Snack and snooze kind of day. Snack and snooze kind of day. Just grabbed I don't know. I was gonna grab like one of those little, they call it Danishes, like the little apple pie or whatever with the fruit or whatever, like little fruit pie. Then I saw the honey bun. I was like, I ain't had a honey bun since I was a kid. I mean, I had one like in more recent times. Don't get me wrong, but you know, right now I'm just like, you know, special kind of day. Nobody in the chat, so they don't know, but it's a special kind of day. Got them birthday texts and whatnot, calls and whatnot. So actually, nobody called me. I'm lying. Actually, somebody did. I gotta double check. My phone's going off while I'm doing shit. So, um, yeah, I don't know. I gotta double check. But anyway, snack and snooze, man. It's one of them days. I had like a big breakfast, just a whole bunch of leftovers, mixed with like some fried eggs on rice. I was like, I'm tired, bro. Do I need protein in my diet right now? Like, do I need to just get my energy back? Like, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't really understand it. And then what ended up happening was two fried eggs and rice. It was like leftover pasta and meatballs and shit like that. I was like, damn, this is like hella food. I ain't gonna lie. But like not Odwalla, but like a glass of naked, not like a tall glass, but like a short one. And I'm sitting there eating it like I'm about to be sleepy. I already know. Like it's a lot of food. The pasta was already bad. I mean, pasta in the morning, that's pretty bad, for being honest. But I did it. So I did a little pasta, and then went to the library. I was doing all my due diligence, playing my videos in the background, but also like editing my video in the background too. So it was a lot going on. But as soon as I got home, I'm like, I feel like I'm about to just, like I said, special kind of day. Throw the jersey on, get to mobbing around. It didn't work out that way. I just passed out, and then woke up. I literally woke up. I don't know how long ago, and I just came from the taco truck. So your boy was just at the taco truck getting the quesadilla with the burnt orange tips. My girl's working over there. I forget her name. I don't even know her name. I'm about to ask her name next time. She's like, what's going on with you? Because she always cooks it right, man. She always does it correctly. Whenever she's there, whenever she's not there, my quesadilla is not right. I was like, bro, you knows what you're doing over here. She's like the head cook or something. Landon Tucker, what's going on? Mr. and Mrs. G, how you doing? How you doing? Appreciate you guys dropping in. Appreciate you being here. I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling right now. I got a honey bun and some coconut water. It was summer a second ago, and then this clouds came in. I don't know what's going on. Bam. You know that from Russia? Not lying. And then you can write Russia too. Write some Russian then, man. Appreciate you dropping in. Appreciate you being here, Alex. Thank you for dropping in, man. About the honey bun and the coconut water. You know what I'm saying? Playing some of that Dodger Blue and some Vince Staples a while ago before I went on live. Playing some music. And this shit's like, the wind is like blowing. Yeah. That's what I've been doing, man. I recorded like 2 videos yesterday. I didn't get a chance to do anything like video game wise. So I was like, I don't know, like I didn't get a chance to do like productive stuff. So sorry, I did like 2 productive things yesterday, but today I didn't do anything. I just kind of like uploaded the videos I did yesterday, did the editing, did the chops, all that stuff. And that was it. That was it. You know. So you subscribe, unsubscribed. You subscribed and then unsubscribed. My bad. Okay. Very good. I appreciate it either way, man. I don't pressure people. If you did unsubscribe, I wouldn't even be mad. Like I get it. Yeah. I appreciate it either way. That's crazy. Uh-huh. That's a fast mini bike. That's pretty cool. There's a kid riding around with a mini bike. I was like, damn, he covered the whole park in like less than a minute. Okay, that's pretty good. Like half a block over here, so you know. Mr. and Mrs. G, appreciate you though. Appreciate you dropping in either way. You know, I always like, I like take what I can get. People showing love and whatnot. I appreciate it either way. Yeah, you cool, man. Like sometimes when you go to the park, you forget how many people are just here with their kids. Like there's a dude right now. I think he's training his son. I could be wrong, unless he's just training some student. And then one other dad is like kind of monitoring his kid on the bike. Like it's just cool. It's like damn. But earlier it felt hella windy. I was like, I don't know if anyone would be outside. That's why I decided to come to the park. I thought I'd be by myself. No, everybody's out today, more or less. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Hey, translate the Russian for me, Alex. Translate the Russian. Is that the Russian language you're talking about? Yeah, man. I'm enjoy this honey bun and I'm a chill. You know, chill. I was wondering, like, I wonder if I should crack. Excuse me. That's a question. I might have to crack at the lady that makes the quesadillas at the taco truck. I'm like, because she don't really speak English, but I'm just gonna be like, listen, what do you say? Como se llama? Como te llama? Whatever. I'm gonna hit her with that or something. Just be like, damn, let me see the quesadilla. Because if she knows how to cook, man, I need her to hook it up. Alex, I was saying, can you translate the Russian for me? Can you translate the Russian words? Am I seeing that right? Said you look. Oh, says you look good today. That's what she meant. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, interesting. I appreciate it though. I appreciate it. I get my napkin out. I wish like when you go on YouTube Live, I wish you were able to like tap, and then it translates for you. But that feature's not there yet. We're not that advanced yet. I mean, one day we'll get there, right? The hell of napkins. You're half Italian. Okay. Yeah. I knew a few Italian words because like somebody taught me and then I forgot them. But yeah, my coach and then my bad. This this one dude that we used to train was this tall my guy Tom, tall Italian dude. He had a long jab, so he'd keep us at a distance, and I'd had to learn how to bob and weave against this dude. You know, it was fun because I was like what 12, 13 when I used to box with him, and he was an older guy. But I was like, I'm showing up every day. I was one of those, like, hey man, I'm gonna be here every day, showing up, trying to learn that shit. But yeah, he would say some Italian words, and I was like, bro, what's that mean? I don't know what that mean though. You know, uh, I kind of remember that era. I just don't remember what the translations though. But yeah, you have Italian, half Russian. Is that what you're saying, Alex? Even if that's what you're saying, my bad, bro. I'm over here just eating and shit, or just like looking over my shoulder and shit, like it was. You can translate Italian in text. Well, so what I'm saying is like, for me, let's say like someone from has like a different language or different characters in the live chat. I wish I was able to tap it and then I can actually hold on. Let me try something. I wonder if I can. So now the only options I have is like report, pin the message or whatever. I know with like other people, what they would have to do is probably like screenshot it and then they have to like kind of what do you call this screenshot the chat and then you know how like if you hold down on the text in the picture, like if a picture has text, you hold down on it and you can highlight it, you just take that and put in the translator or whatever. Like smartphones are hella convenient now, so it's kind of cool. But I don't know. I wish there was a feature like that, like an auto translate for live chat. But it's designed the way it is for a reason, I guess. Like I don't know what to make of it. It is what it is, though. What's going on, Soul? Appreciate it, Soul. What's going on? Thanks for dropping in. There, let me see. Yeah, see, that's I'm trying to see. Yeah, I can't like see, what was I gonna say? Translate it. Making kids some dinner. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember you were talking about that yesterday in the live chat. Yeah, I was in Solarin's live chat. Solarin is on Twitch. I think if you look up the same name, same spelling, Sularin, on Twitch and on YouTube. That's actually, I think when did I find you? I think it was on YouTube or something. I think you're playing Dragon Quest back in that would have been January. That's crazy to think about. That is crazy to think about. What kind of dinner are you guys making? Or excuse me, what kind of dinner are you guys having? Excuse me. I just killed a honey bun right here. You know what I'm saying? Just bought a honey bun. Damn, that thing says 25 grams of sugar. Is that just one serving? Hold on. I don't need all that. I drink a like the Mexican Coke bottle, like the tall ones. I drank one of those yesterday while I was recording some videos, and I'm like, I found like myself kind of like having to blow my nose a lot and like having a lot of phlegm. I mean, I've been having it for the past couple of days, and apparently I'm not the only one. There was a dude sitting at the library. I was sitting next to him at the library, and he was just old dude reading the newspaper, just coughing it up. I was like, bruh. Matter of fact, he might have been reading a book. There was another dude reading a newspaper, but he was just coughing it up. I was getting scared. I was like, bruh, what are you doing over here with all that? Why is this happening? Daughter eating some noodles, like craft dinner style, but healthier. Okay, okay, yeah. Man, I had pasta in the morning, but that's terrible. Or like they pasta and meatballs. I was thinking about that too. That's probably why I've been so sleepy. All I've been doing is snacking and snoozing today. That's all I've been doing, man. Snacking, snoozing, listening to music. Like literally after this, if I don't go home and if I don't feel the bug to create things or like get any creative stuff done, I'm just gonna go straight to sleep and just sleep it off, and then maybe I'll continue my productivity. Is that correct? Productivity tomorrow. Uh, Tomorrow's gonna be an interesting day. Tomorrow and Friday, so I might try to get as much as I can done tonight, and then do as much as I can tomorrow, and then I'll see what I end up doing tomorrow night. I might do another live stream tomorrow night, but I might do a video game one. So we will see. Because I'm tempted to kind of like there's this video game I kind of want to buy. So I might. We'll see if I invest in that. We'll see if I choose to do that or not. You know what I mean? They added a what's it called a Bekapeli means nice here. Bekapeli means I forgot what it was called. It's funny because Steam told me it was on sale, so I need to double check if it's still on sale tomorrow. I'm probably gonna buy it. It's like it kind of looks like a monster capture game. I forget what it's called, bro. It kind of looks like Pokemon, if that makes sense. Lunar Remaster. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I gotta check that out too. Are you about to play that on live? No, I think you're doing a different game tonight. No, wait, today's Wednesday. That's right. You did Stardew Monday. Yesterday was FF. Okay, yeah, yeah. But will you be added in the rotation of games you're gonna play? Um, I forget, bro. I'm tempted to just go to my email real quick and find out what this is called. But it's like a 2D, not really pixely. I could be wrong, but it's like a monster collector kind of game, like another RPG one. But I was like, maybe I'll buy. I don't know if I want it like right now, but the thing is like my idea is that if I played, it's gonna take over when I was playing Monster Hunter on live. But realistically, the fact that tomorrow is probably gonna be a good chance to test out my webcam on my laptop, and then I might do like I don't know how to put my face in the corner. I don't know if I want to do that anyway, but I might have to just in the future. But tomorrow's gonna be a good day to really set it up and try to have my face in the corner for webcam stuff because I have the headset with the microphone. You guys can hear me. You guys can hear my surrounding stuff through the headset too, but it's like you just can't see my face and see what's going on. Also, I'm sitting in the library, so it's like sometimes people stand behind me looking at the bookshelf. You might just see like someone's like ass or something randomly behind me. I mean, it depends how tall they are. Actually, it depends on the position of the camera. I could just adjust it anyway. So we'll see. That's what I'm thinking about. That's all I'm thinking about though. Um, but the other game's kind of just like a real. It looks like a real like a cozy game, like a monster collector kind of game, and I don't know if there's evolution involved or leveling. For sure, there's leveling up. I just don't know if there's like evolution kind of thing, but it looked kind of interesting. Moonstone Island has that same effect though. Moonstone Island had like a monster collector, card battling, but the thing about it was like there was no evolutions really. There was like eggs though. You could do like the egg thing, which was pretty cool. Um, I forgot how I made most of my money in that game because I wasn't really growing crops like that. I mean, no, I was. I think about it. I was growing crops, but I was getting most of my money from like battles and doing other stuff. Like I was just island surfing. I was going from island to island. I don't know if surfing is the right word. I was flying from island to island because all those islands are like floating in the sky. But yeah, we'll see, man. It's a low. It's been low energy just in general, but I'm talking about real life, like just real low energy in general for me. And like a part of the product, part of my productivity is there's not much joy linked to it, if that makes sense. Like the joy of life has been like it's like I'll be honest too. Like last week, I was putting in so many hours to just putting the hours in of work for Dragon Quest 8 that I was losing track of life and not enjoying myself going out in the sun, getting some sunlight and just enjoying myself. The only time I enjoy myself was probably on the weekends. You know, we had a little impromptu meetup on Juneteenth. Juneteenth was on Thursday, and tomorrow is gonna be Thursday. So tomorrow at 5 o'clock, I'll put the Oasis. So there was a Juneteenth, or because it was a holiday, Oasis, which is a bubble tea shop, restaurant, or whatever, because they had low attendance or whatever, low traffic because of the holiday. Actually, there was still a soccer game that day, which is interesting, but there was low attendance inside the shop. So they're like, hey, you guys can come in here and play Beyblade if you want to. It was like our first one ever at that shop, so it was like an impromptu thing. I went there, just filmed it, documented it a little bit, and I'm like, I'll put it out next week. I don't know when, but I guess it's coming out tomorrow at 5. So I got that up. I got that up for schedule. I got certain vlogs and certain posts coming out 5 o'clock. Not daily, but I got them on schedule right now. Um, well, some new package openings. I did some new package openings for Beyblades. It was like CX, some CX ones like Fox Brush and some of the Hasbro blades that I had ordered. Like a bulk of, a bulk of them came in, so I was able to batch open it, inspect the blades, inspect the ratchets and color schemes and stuff like that. So that's coming out. And then there's a whale. Look out for this on Saturday. There's a whale wave collecting thing. So I got on Bays and Bricks. If you've ever went on Bays and Bricks, there was a you can get a guaranteed 3 out of the whale set. So you get the prize whale, the black one, and the white one. And then my whole thing was like, what's the max I can get for those? You can get 2 guaranteed sets. Now, what's the max for boosters? It was either 5 or either that was my personal limit. So I had like 5 boosters, and then I had like pretty much 6 guarantees. So I went kind of back and forth and opened what I had. But you guys will watch the video. You guys will see how many prize bays I was able to get that come with Elevate. They come with Elevate. And I also have some still in the box from the Hasbro purchases I made. So I'm keeping those on deck. But I might throw some in the raffle in the future for upcoming tournaments. But we'll see. I'm just trying to I got to take inventory of what I have and see what I'm able to give away or offer to people. Because the thing is, I'm mainly a collector. So as a collecting person, I have like 2 of everything at least at minimum. 1 for usage, and then 1 that I kind of just keep in storage, and like trying to keep it sealed in the box still in the best condition. And the thing about that is like, if I have multiples, then I'll just be like, I don't mind giving them away. Also, I'm probably gonna check Fred Meyer tomorrow. I'm probably going to Fred Meyer tomorrow because I'm gonna grab some more Hasbro blades, see what they have in stock. Matter of fact, I need to see what they have in their. They have like a glass case. It's like a protective glass case that you can't put your hands in. I don't know. This particular one is like right over the bridge near Fremont or some shit. I think it's near Fremont. It's either Fremont or Ballard or something. I forget what area that is, but it's right over there. But this Fred Meyer, for some reason, they have like a protective case where someone has to come by with a key. So I don't know if people just be in there robbing shit. Like I don't know the area that well, but it did seem like a very industrious kind of area. Like I remember getting off the bus, walking over there. I had to like go around the whole damn building. I was like, I had to go walk around the whole building, this fence little area, and then I got to walk all the way back. But I wasn't really tripping. It was just kind of an inconvenience, and I was like, I don't know. But I'm gonna go there, check out some blades. Also, we do have a Hasbro Beyblade tournament coming up, so using stock stuff is gonna be interesting too. So I just have a lot of things coming up, man. Like, oh, the reason I was going to maybe I might I don't know. Maybe I'm saying too much. The reason why I'm going to the Fred Meyer is because, long story short, last week, um, on at the Oasis event, I'll leave names out of it. One of our regular guys was talking to one of the parents. So the parent, he usually brings his two boys around, his two kids, and one of the kids, there's like an older brother and a younger brother. For this particular day, the older brother was with us, hanging out with us, and he's kind of talking to the parent. And then when they both leave, he's like, it's kind of crazy because the younger brother wasn't here today. The reason why he wasn't there is because he's preparing for a heart surgery, and so he's going through like some practice, whatever, some pre-procedural stuff. He's like, bro, he's like 4 or 5, like a little kid going through heart surgery or something. But it's messed up because it's taken up a lot of time, and the older brother's kind of just waiting around the lobby with all these adults that are, the energy's kind of down. And I'm not saying the Beyblades are a distraction, but it's kind of like it's kind of taking the joy away of like his brothers, may or may not make it, and all this other crazy shit. So I don't know, he just I'm kind of leaving a lot of details out, but more or less the guy was like, hey man, if there's no pressure, but if you have any blades you think we can donate to the kid, we could try to put a batch together of things that maybe he might like. I mean, who knows. So I told my guy, I was like, I mean, I think this week, I saw him on Sunday, so I was like, I think this week I'm gonna go around and look. There's a particular shop I'm gonna go to, which was the Fred Meyer, that has like a really good stock in there, and I'm gonna see what I can buy. I'm gonna buy a few things for myself, but also like maybe a couple like decent raffle prizes or some cool things that the kid can build. He uses a lot of the other adults, a lot of the grown-ups toys, or excuse me, parts, when he's assembling his blade, because I think he only has a few right now, but he's getting there, man. He's getting his collection going. It takes time, because when you're a kid, things when you're a kid, like with the Beyblade stuff, how much are the blades? So it's interesting because if it's Hasbro and let's say it's been sitting inside like Fred Meyer for a while, then it's probably shoot, anywhere from like 8 to 16, depending on if it's a dual pack or like a single pack. But if it's like Takara Tomy, like the ones that we have at Wajimaya, because of the tariffs, they've been upping the price on that stuff. So one of the shop owners at the card shop, shout out to Brian at Tabletop Village, his son Cyrus, he likes to come hang out with us, but Cyrus never has his own Beyblades, so he's always borrowing our stuff. So then I thought one day, I was like, well, let me just wake up early, go to Wajimaya, buy a stadium, and then let me get 2 blades for him. But then I thought about it, because one of the blades comes with a launcher. So I was like, okay, that takes care of the launcher and the blade, but he doesn't have a handle. It's probably nice if he has a handle, even though he has like kid hands. So I got him a handle. So I just bought him a whole bunch of shit. But it's like when I bought the blades, it was like 30 something, 34, 30, whatever, 28, 30. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's the tariffs, because these just came out of the shipments and all that stuff. So the prices of things are just getting upped. You know what I mean? For international stuff. So we'll see what happens. I think I would hope that Fred Meyer hopefully has the cheap prices still. But I don't know, man. The price of like a lot of imported toys and stuff are going up. I mean, I can imagine with Pokemon cards. But then again, like the manufacturing is here in Bellevue. If you don't know, in Bellevue, Washington, that's the Pokemon TCG headquarters of America. So it's like, okay, if that's the headquarters for America, then I'm pretty sure Japan has their own little manufacturing headquarter thing in Japan. I don't know, probably Tokyo or some shit. It has to be Tokyo, right? So yeah, that's my assumption, at least. It has to be over there. So anyway, yeah, we'll see. Like, that's why my friend was like, it's no pressure, but yeah, I don't know. Like, it's interesting because a lot of times the kids, they kind of just drop in and check things out, and some, like, for example, when they're in the shop, there's some kids that like they're not, like, they're unattended, if that makes sense. Like their parents aren't around them or nothing. Actually, there's one girl that I traded Pokemon cards with her. Um, her parents just drop her off there. I guess she just lives with her dad. I could be wrong, but he just drops her off there. But last week he was actually hanging out. which is pretty good. I was like, but then there's other kids that just like they just run away from their parents and then they come to the back room. You know what I'm saying? So they'll hang out in the back room and then they're just with us. And I'm, I don't know, me in the back of my mind, I'm like, where's your parents at? Why are you here? But then come to find out one of them is like the owner's kid. Come to find out one of them is just like, uh, the kid whose brother is going through the heart surgery. It's just like I don't know. It kind of it bugs me a little bit. So as an adult, I'm like, I guess it's kind of my responsibility or whatever to make sure they're not necessarily entertained. Entertained is the other aspect because we're kind of just doing our thing practice, but it's like making sure that they're looked after and they're not missing. If that makes sense. Like I know it sounds kind of weird. So it's a weird like space, man, because I'm so used to going to like the official kind of like sanctioned WBL tournaments where like it's encouraged. Also, if you're in the Discord, like people's parents are in the Discord monitoring the kid who's participating. So it's it's a thing where like everything's accounted for. And that other space, because it's more of a free play space, like I don't really know what's going on policy wise, but you end up meeting all these damn kids that just want to understand like, oh, they're having fun in the back. Because for them, it's like it's hard for I'm not gonna say it's hard for them because some kids are smart, but some of them it's like they're playing let's say you're playing a card game, you're playing Pokemon. I can't remember the names of the other ones. One Piece or Grand Archive or something. Magic. I don't even know the games like that. If you're playing those card games, it's a lot to keep track of like the hit points, the attack points, and all that shit, and then like how many cards were on the bench, things like that. So this is like it's a thinking game, but then with Beyblade, you just let it rip. Like you literally just make sure you're above the stadium, above the opening, and then you just pull it as hard as you can. So it's really weird because we just wanted a place to practice and like have free play and casual, test out builds and test out combos, and then we accidentally just like we just accidentally had so much noise in the back that all these kids start hanging out with us, and I'm like, let me just make sure that they have blades or they're entertained or they're like not bored, I guess, or like make sure that they're like because some of them are just running around, bro. It's like weird, but I don't know. I guess I'm thinking about that one. I have the dad's number for the son that's having the surgery, and it's like it's just crazy. It's just like damn, this is a little kid, man, like going through a heart surgery. I don't know. Like my dad had a heart surgery, but he was like shit, man. That was like what 2000. Yeah, so he was like in his 40s. You know what I'm saying? My dad was in his 40s. But it's like imagine being a 4-year-old going under the knife. I mean, I don't know if that's better or not. You know what I mean? Is that like I don't know. I don't know if that's better or not. Like I mean, I'm just thinking out loud. It's fucking wild. So anyway, shout out to my friend. Shout out to my friend Chris, because Chris is pretty much trying to organize this thing that yeah, he actually organized the event at the Oasis. You guys are gonna see that vlog tomorrow at 5. And yeah, he organized that event, and he's trying to figure out more holiday stuff, more weekday holiday related stuff. And yeah, I don't know. It's fucking crazy. I don't know. I'm just thinking about that shit. Like I don't. Oh, that was the other thing I was gonna say too. Let me keep this on my mind, but I'll keep that in the back of my mind. But yeah, it's just like I don't know, man. I think for the most part I was a healthy kid, so I can't imagine. Also, but the other weird thing was like my parents didn't give, like I'm not gonna say they didn't give a damn, but they used to just let me run amok. You know what I mean? So like I understand the feeling of it, but it makes me uneasy sometimes. Just like seeing people or seeing kids unattended. I'm like, where the bro? I don't know. I don't know if you were in one of the last lives. Like I left the library in the park, and then I'm walking down the hill. I forget what street that is. I'm walking down the hill. There's like these 3 fucking little kids. They're looking for like blackberries and wildberries on the side of these thorns on the side of the house. I guess their parents live at that house. I'm like, where the hell's your parents at, man? It's like these 3 small kids. It's like start of summer break. I'm like, oh, we live right here. I was like, okay, cool. You guys are just running around here all free and shit, you know. But it used to freak me out, man. Like it used to, I guess it freaks me out because it's like, oh my bad. It freaks me out because like when we were kids, we were just running amok and no one gave a damn. But then you look back, you're like, hey, this ain't normal. Like this shit is getting crazier out here, bro. Like we gotta, I don't know. So, but anyway, I see how to say like even though we were unattended or like I don't know if unattended is the right word, attended to like less. You know what I mean? We were healthy. Like we were healthy for the most part. I've only heard of like one kid growing up Actually, two of them because they were brothers. One of my classmates, Jacob, and then his older brother Nick, who lives in the neighborhood. They lived not too far from me, but it's interesting because they had tumors. That was the only kids I heard of back then that had to go under the knife. They were going under the knife in like first and second. Oh no, my friend was in first grade. He was in first grade because first grade is when the earthquake happened. We had an earthquake in Seattle. Um, and I remember this shit because it was like everyone's kind of under their desk, and then no one really left their rooms. And then when everybody came back into the hallway, and like they were ready to catch the buses and go home, Jacob was in the hallway with his mom, and he looked like he just left the hospital. He looked kind of just drained or something. And he's like, yeah, we just had an appointment, and then we had to. I don't know if they actually went through with it, and the earthquake was happening during the appointment or something. But yeah, it was crazy. That dude had a tumor, man. That motherfucker died. Him and his brother died. His brother died first. The more I look back at that shit, it's kind of weird. Like, yeah, motherfuckers died. I was that cancer or some shit. Yeah, there's like chemotherapy. So if I remember correctly, they removed the tumor, but they're still suffering from some form of cancer. And I don't even think I think Nick made it to be. Let me do the math real quick. He was about 18 or 19. Yeah, that dude was a genius. Actually, that dude was a fucking genius. But he made it to be 18 or 19, and then Jacob died around, I want to say in his 20s, because he was staying alive for as much as he could. What's crazy was that weed was keeping him alive for a long time. Like his mom let both of the kids smoke. That's how bad it was. They're from the hood, so it's like there's these white kids from the hood, so it's like, and then I actually don't know what his mom might be black, some type of black. I don't know. I don't know what she was. I never figured that shit out. I'm looking back, bro. Hold on, real quick. Cool. Yeah, it's funny. Um, I never figured that shit out. But anyway, yeah, them motherfuckers died. That's crazy to think about. Actually, let me tell the story about Nick, because that dude's an interesting dude, man. That guy's an interesting character right there, man. This dude, he's probably like 3 or 4 years older than me. Me and my friend, so he's like 3 or 4 years older than my friend. So he's like his older brother, obviously. Um, so this dude, right? This is like 90s, 2000s when like all the Pokemon cards came out. He was able to buy as much as he could and invest in them. Not himself, but like his mom would buy it. So he had hella Pokemon cards. And around middle school, he was so fucked up from like the tumor and cancer that he just had to stay home. So it got so bad that it was like he can't even go to school anymore, bro. It was like he just had to be at the house. So when he was stuck at the house, a lot of times like they had those Make a Wish Foundation kind of things or whatever. Because he was a kid that was dying, and like any time he could die now. People would be like, "What do you want?" And either one of his wishes were like Pokemon cards or like a piano, but nonetheless, both of them started to compound and manifest into his life. When he was young, he was like in middle school. So anyway, this dude started mastering cards and understanding this. You gotta understand, this is like when Wizards of the Coast is still around. So he started mastering the prices. He started figuring out the prices, and then early internet, he started figuring out eBay. So by the time that we kind of were like fifth grade, middle school, probably like more middle school when I was in middle school. So I'd been 05, 06. So somewhere between those like 06 to 08 days, like somewhere in that time frame, and then even like a year before it, he was a fucking eBay like, bro. In this era, he would have been a millionaire. He was a fucking eBay savant, Pokemon card savant. He knew how to buy cards, the price ratio of buying certain ones, flipping them, putting them into certain, the ones that were like common cards, putting them in certain packs, reselling those, making money back, getting stamps for certain sales. He just knew how to do it because we lived next to a hood ass post office. And then the other crazy thing was like he was a white boy in the hood, but he could hold his own. But he was also like when people would sit there and talk to him, he would just like stand up straight and tall and just deal with people professionally. But the other weird thing is like he's a he's a hood white kid from here, and he developed a British accent. I just think he was watching TV too much, man. The motherfucker was tripping. He was on a different level. Yeah, he's a whole different kind of guy. You know what I mean? He's a different kind of guy. But this dude, he made an empire from his house. Like he's in his house, bro. Like in his mom's house. It's like a one-story house. They have a garden in the back. She lives in the back, or lives in the back room. That doesn't sound right. There's like a master bedroom in the back, and then there's like a what do you call it, the sliding door that goes to the garden or whatever. and then he's just in this small ass like room. It's a small room, bro, but it was a closet. The thing was, he made such an empire with Pokemon cards that when he, oh my bad, he made such an empire with Pokemon cards that if you open his closet, he had suits in every color. He had every colored suit, bro. He had like different forms of like, oh, I got a purple suit. This is like maroon. This one's like red. This is like blue. It's like standard blue. This is a brown one. This is a green one. Orange. Like he just had every colored suit, and then he had a fedora to match with it. And he had all that money from Pokemon cards, and then eventually he ended up getting like an 88 key Phantom keyboard. You know what I'm saying? So he was just in his room composing his own albums and own classical music. Like he just started figuring out like, oh, I understand music theory. I like this part of it. I want to go this way. I want to go in this direction. And he would just go in that direction. You know what I mean? Now it's funny because like this dude sounds like a genius, and he is. He's a fucking genius. Like he was like you gotta understand. He died at like 19, 18, 19. So like the shit that he did in his lifetime to buy and sell and flip Pokemon cards, like he was holding on to Charizards, flipped them, found out how to buy more during that time period, buy more packs, flip those too. Like he just kept going. And he's a kid buying suits and then buying keyboards and shit. This is the 2000s. So he mastered the internet in the 2000s and was making it happen. Um, and he just had money, but because he was a young man and he was doing it all kind of on his own, he felt the way about a lot of shit. You know what I mean? His stepdad would come around and he's like, I make more money than him. So he felt the way about that. His little brother was kind of just like, whatever reason, always annoying to him, always pissing him off. So then, you know how big brothers are to little brother. He just always fucking with him. So he was very mean to him all the time. And then to his mom, it's like the relationship is there, but he's kind of just like on some, why am I in this fucking predicament? Like, give me some weed or some shit. So apparently on the side, he'd just be smoking weed or whatever, but he was doing his fucking thing, man. He was out there. That was one dude that like really made it happen. You got to give him credit. But I will say, like, there's a level of empathy that was missing in that man. Like, rest in peace to Nick. Rest in peace to Nicholas, man. But that motherfucker was tripping, bro. He was tripping out here. He was strong as hell, apparently, too. Like, my guy James said that he used to do one arm push up or one arm chin ups off a tree. This motherfucker was hella crazy. He just strong as hell. Motherfuckers be strong as hell for no reason. Go over here. What's good? A little squirrel. But yeah, that shit funny as hell, man. But it's interesting because his little brother had the same kind of spirit. He had the same kind of entrepreneurial spirit, but he didn't succeed in anything, which sucks. But it's just the look of the cards, the look of the draw, man. For whatever reason, his older brother was more personable, and people liked him. There's also something to be said about motherfuckers in the hood hear that British accent. They're like, "What's going on here?" And there's no reason he had it. There's no reason that he had that. I don't understand why he had that, bro. He's tripping. It was crazy times, man. It was crazy time period. I miss those days, man. That's how we know. The older I get, it's really interesting because uh, for those, no, I ain't gonna say it. But I'm 32. I'm pretty much 32 right now. So, long story short, there's people that praise my brilliance. You know what I mean, like here and there, and I'm like, it's hard for me to accept it. I don't even believe it sometimes. Most of the time, I don't even believe it because you gotta understand. I grew up with guys like that were like really brilliant. They were brilliant or they were brave. You know what I'm saying? I knew dudes that just they would fight all the time, get in fights all the time, hold their own all the time, just making sure that they defended themselves, their own honor and respect. They had people like that. And then you had entrepreneurial dudes like Nicholas. That was just those people existed in my neighborhood, and I went to school with them at a point in time. So it's just really interesting. It's like I don't know. I mean, I'm here. I am 32, figuring out, but then moving at a slow pace at everything at once. So I'm not really there yet or whatever. But at the same time, it's like it's better than nothing because I know people that ain't doing shit that are my age also. But I don't want to compare myself because shit could hit the fan and they could just do one thing one day that defines them. You know what I'm saying? A house could be on fire and then the guy who wasn't shit his whole life could just jump in there and save somebody, and then he's finally a hero, and then his life starts to change just because he made like a couple choice actions. You understand what I'm saying? So it's really interesting. Like for me, I don't judge it. It is what it is. But it's strange. It's like the man. I don't want to say he peaked, but like he did a lot. He did a lot in his teenagehood because he died young when you think about it. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. It is what it is. Um, like I'm looking at this little dog walking through. AKA, what's up, man? Let me adjust this real quick. Put this right here. I don't know. I feel like I've had the. I don't know. The last time you were in. Oh my bad. Last time you were in the chat. I feel like my hair's been this. I'm trying to think when I last cut my hair. I want to say it was like 2 weeks ago. I cut my hair. So I don't know. I guess you haven't seen it for a while, but that makes sense. Yeah, I cut it down. Actually, maybe last time you were in the chat, I might have had a hat on too. I don't remember exactly. Excuse me. But yeah, yeah. It's just a little strange, man. It's like there's this one dude that I guess I grew up with, and he would always be in and out the juvenile detention system, but I didn't really think about it till later. But it's like, oh yeah, that's why there's a reason they used to put him inside. So at Children's Hospital, at the Children's Hospital, they have it's like a maximum security floor for certain kids. So certain kids would be on this maximum security floor where it's like it's wrong to put certain kids in juvenile detention, but we'll put them in here because we're gonna monitor them and their mental health and all this other shit. This is like pre mental health or whatever. But anyway, one of my friends used to be in there, but it didn't matter if it was the actual juvenile detention building or if it was the actual children's hospital, high tech, high security building. He found a way to break out of each of those buildings like 4 or 5 times every time he was incarcerated. So my coach would be cracking up and was like, "You understand how brilliant you are to like know how to break out of these buildings and then run all the way back home. Because like if you're not in the north, then you're somewhere, whatever, and then you somehow get all the way back home to the district. Like the motherfucker would just come back to the neighborhood all the time. That shit is crazy. But there's a level of brilliance that comes with that. There's a level of brilliance that and intelligence that comes there. But it's just like if you were to talk to him about school stuff or put a piece of paper in front of him, he ain't gonna do shit. You know what I'm saying? For a quick while, we're in the same high school, but he just couldn't hack it. He's like, man, I'm just sitting here looking at this shit. He reading slow and everything. Like his mom. Like I'm gonna try and be fucked up. This is just what I heard. My coach would tell him like, yeah, his mom was getting drunk and smoking crack while she was pregnant with him. So he's just not there. He's not all the way there. And like I literally ran into a friend of mine that I used to box with, and I ain't seen this dude in fucking years. And then we're chopping it up at the taco truck area, and we're talking about the same dude. And he was like, man, it's crazy, man. He would get into it damn near every day, but same thing. He just wasn't all there. Like everyone just knew he wasn't all there, and I guess it's crazy because looking back, man, I treated that dude normally. Like I just thought he was a normal person. I just thought he looked funny. You know what I'm saying? I thought his eyes were hella buggy. I thought he was just kind of bug faced or whatever. I'm like, man, he just kind of bugged out a little bit, his face. But some people just be looking a certain way based off genetics. So I don't fucking know. I don't know what kind of genetics just popped. Yeah, I don't fucking know. But people are like, yeah, no, we kind of all knew that he just wasn't all there. I was like, I didn't know that, bro. I'll be treating everybody the same and normally and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't fucking know. It's just wild, but he's a brilliant dude. Him, Nicholas, who became the eBay seller slash, saying Rocco. This dude was an entrepreneur, man. Before we really understood what that shit was, man. It's crazy. It's just like we had a lot of people like this in the neighborhood. It's just like so it's interesting. That's why I say like there's different levels when I get my brilliance praise and shit. I'm like I can't even. I've learned from a lot of greats that'll never be known. You know what I mean? Like when you're from around this shit and you see this shit. Like I knew dudes that were like they was 16 in charge of armies, bruh. You understand? Just leadership skills like this, like just up there. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers is 16. All they do is knock motherfuckers out. And because that's what they do, all they do is demand respect. And because of that, they were in control of armies of just other young men. They were just in charge of shit at 16, 17. And them motherfuckers, when you think about it, they had a lieutenant too. Even though they was in charge of this set right here. Like you in charge of that set right there. That's literally your set, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. Matter of fact, I might have to get the little Mariners joint right now and just throw the trident on it. You did throw the little. Hold on, where we at? It's on there. Hit the little Neptune trident on there too, cause I got the little whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just do it for the hood. I don't gang bang nothing, but Shout out to the homies. But that dude's like these dudes just straight up leaders, man. Other dudes are hustle people. Other dudes are really good at breaking into houses, shit like that. And it's just like there's brilliance to that when you translate it. Motherfuckers will talk a good game all day, man. That's different. I'm talking all day, but some people will talk a good game all day, man. Some people say some shit. Some people say some pussy or something funny. Like motherfuckers just do all type of crazy shit. You just grow up around these type of people, and you're like, damn. So it's interesting because I'm so used to being around that. I'm just borrowing and taking little elements from everyone, but also trying to be who I want to be or be who I am. And it's really interesting because it's like when I get praised for like the smallest thing, it's like trust me, you didn't grow up in my neighborhood, you don't know. Like, bro, you don't like. I know guys who've never passed a driving test, but the amount of cars that they've stolen is, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just like, it's. I'm not praising the crime, but you gotta understand, there's a brilliant mindset to what is being said or what is being what they're doing, but they just have to apply it otherwise. You know what I mean? I got a friend, man. He be capping all the fucking time. He just it don't matter who's in front of him. He just knows how to show out for the right people. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to whatever, and he's about to be a lawyer. That motherfucker, like, it don't matter who's in front of him, bro. He knows how to like work the crowd. He's like, oh, these are the people in front of me today. I guess I'm gonna start acting like this. I guess I'm gonna start talking about this. I guess I'm gonna start like he just kind of was always. It's I mean adaptive. I don't want to say adaptive, but you know he's adaptive and capping at the same time. It's just kind of funny. Um, he's a funny dude, bro. He's kind of goofball, but he's becoming a lawyer, and I was like, I could see that. You know what I'm saying? I could see that shit because some people see lawyers on some snake shit. And I'm like low key, but at the same time, there's a bit of righteousness to it. You know, I mean, if you get past that public defender stage, and you think that this is a case that you really want to stand on, you start taking cases that pique your interest. That's a different kind of story, right? But even then, that motherfucker's on it. He's on track, man. That dude is on track. It's just interesting how that shit be. But that dude is on track right now. Like I tried to tell him, I was like, a lot of people that this, we was outside because we had to. Like it's just like we had to catch the bus, or we didn't have bus fare to catch the bus, so we're just walking to and from home. I gotta sit up straight, man. My back is fucked up. But even with that being said, it's like his mom was like, "Get your ass home." Made sure his ass was home all the time, and like come home and walk the dogs, come home and check on so and so. Whoop de wop, go check the mail. Always made him do something. Always gave him something to do. And to this day, he's still upset with his mom. But I'm like, bro, all that shit she did for you, keeping you away from us and just making sure you got home. Like now you're on track to be a fucking lawyer. Like yeah, you got to deal with the fees, but like over time, this is gonna make sense, bro. You just got to mature. But he just didn't get. He never got a chance to roll with the punches of like outside. Being in the alleyways like we did type shit. Goofy shit. And it was just places that we would walk. I didn't really think about it like, oh, I know it's dangerous in this alleyway, but we got to be there. Like no, it's just like there's so many alleyways in the neighborhood. You just walk through it just to get from place to place. Yeah, rest in peace. This guy Jacob, though, I can't even say he's my friend because before he died, I wasn't trying to be his friend and I fell out with him. So I'm not even gonna claim that. But rest in peace to him and God bless his mom. But at the same time, it's like I was kicking it with him, man. We went to the his neighbors down the block. We took a fucking tire. They just had a tire laying out there. We just rolled that shit down into the street, right over the cherry. Motherfuckers is tripping. They see a big ass tire just rolling in the middle of the street during what is that shit? 9 to what was that from 5 to 9, bro? Traffic jam, whatever. Everybody trying to go home. Everybody trying to drive around and shit. They see a giant tire flying through the hood. The fuck going on here? We used to do stupid shit like that. We used to just do that. It would just happen. Rest in peace to bro. Rest in peace to them people, man. These are kids we're talking about. These are people like doing brilliant shit as kids, like living on the edge. And I'm like, I was like, my mindset. I guess it's interesting because people do give me praise, and I'm like, I don't know, it's tough, man. We're around some real interesting people, some great people. But I guess there is something to be said about the character I am, because my whole thing was like, bro, stay out the way, man. Stay focused on what you're doing. And I gotta think back to like, again, I don't want to toot my own horn, but like I said, the same dude I used to box with, when I saw him at the taco truck, and he's over here talking about he's the one thing I respect about you. He showed up every day, and I was like, man, the more I think about it, I know for sure I was the guy showing up every day, but even then, sometimes I forget like I guess you get caught up. Like one is like you get caught up doing what you're doing. Like what I was doing at that time was just straight up boxing. It wasn't boxing. It was weightlifting, being at All Star Fitness and doing shit over there. Because my cousin had access to All Star Fitness, so we weren't doing one thing, we're doing another thing, working out somewhere else. We're always working out. I was locked in for like 2 years doing that shit every hour of the day, damn near. You know what I'm saying? I'll be sitting up straight, just working on my posture. Anywhere I go, I just end up working on making sure everything's good, muscle wise and everything, man. So it's really interesting. It's really interesting, but like I don't know too many kids that were doing that either. So I guess I was fitting that build. I was fitting that mold as much as everyone else was like good at what they did. The crazy shit that they were doing. People was doing some crazy shit, man. I'll tell you, man. Rest in peace, my homie Quincy, man. That dude hit a lot of licks, to my understanding. People were telling me that he was really out here moving. I was like, yeah, but there was a time period where they're like, you can move with us, man. We really, because he was, you can get down with us, and this dude was just flashing money. These are young motherfuckers flashing money. He's like, you really get down with us. Then my one of my friends, he's telling me a story. He said he showed me the money. I said, what I got to do? And then he started showing me every house and every time of the day that they would hit it, every window, every whatever. He just had it mapped out. Whoop, whoop, whoop. He had everything in case, bro. There's a sign of intelligence there, bro. You tell me that you can't do intel. You tell me you can't do job security. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not saying he has a transit. He can do what the fuck he want to do, but tell me that these aren't transitional kind of things. You understand what I'm saying? Tell me that isn't like a transitional kind of option or whatever. Tell me that. Like, let me know that, bro. So that's how I feel about it. That's the way I look at it, man. Shit crazy, man. I'm over here peeping these whips though. Motherfuckers chilling out there, peeping the whips. What's Brett doing? Just up in there, just chilling, bro. Is he watching me or is he doing some goofy shit? What's this motherfucker on, man? I'm telling you, man. I'm over here watching the whips, watching me. They got two of them right here. The big blue one, what they looking at? It's looking like a damn cop van type shit. I don't know what's going on. I don't like none of it. I don't like none of it. What it is, what it is. It's happening. I thought about this too, man. I might charge up and hit y'all with the double because I might do the cigar, but like I know I shouldn't because my health hasn't been that great past couple of days. So just all this weird like pollen and congestion stuff with nature right now. So it's kind of hitting me right now. I can't lie. You know what I'm saying? I can't lie. Might have to stand up a bit. Let's see what they on. Hey, if I get them, motherfucker gonna flinch, huh? Yeah. Let's see what they on, bro. They ain't talking about now. That's crazy. That's my main thing, bro. It's like I guess I'm just reflecting a bit today. You know, chat says zero. Chat says zero, huh? Hey, if anybody there, let me know so I could know if I need to keep speaking on things or not. I got some things to say. Let me move this up a little bit. That's all right. That's a little better. A little better right there. It's kind of upwards. Like at an angle. That's fine though. I need to start rocking with this park a little more. You know what I mean? I'm gonna start rocking with this park right here. A little more. Just a little more. I say all that to say like you know, I'm not even gonna announce what today was. But yeah, it's crazy, man. It's just like sometimes you get caught up in just doing what you're doing in that time period. But at the same time, I live in awe. Like if you're my friend, if you're someone I grew up with, like I live in awe of what you're doing too. So like part of me is like, you know, not that I'm like praising people outside of myself. I mean, I am, but like I'm not like worshiping people outside of myself is what I'm trying to say. And not that I'm doing that or going for that direction or whatever. My bad. I'm fixing the phone here. But it's just like I see the brilliance in others, man. Sometimes I try to convert them into doing what I'm doing, whether that's sports or the arts or whatever. But a lot of times it's like I don't know, man. I just recognize it. I just recognize what they was doing. It's brilliant, man. It's some brilliant shit. It's crazy. It's brilliant sometimes, right? But I'm just doing this, man. I'm just chilling, and my whole thing is I just give, man. That's all people give a damn about me about. I'm just a giving person. If I'm not doing that, I don't know much about who I am. If I'm honest, you understand? Like Even when when I'm recording these video game clips, I'm trying to keep it as perfected and precise as possible, because people who want to watch the gameplays and understand what you can and can't do throughout the game, if you want to figure out if you end up playing the game next, or if you're someone that reflected and remembered this game and the gameplay or whatever, then yeah, I just want to make sure that that's a shared moment. So that's why literally every day there's a clip or like a video of something video game related dropping, because it's like those have to come out information wise. That's more important than these live streams, for being honest. Live streams is what it is. It is what it is on the live stream, because this is just happening. It's just free flowing the way it has to, the way it needs to be, whatever. You know, it's never nothing serious. It could be whatever it needs to be, but it's never that serious. What was I saying? Hold on. I was saying something though. I was saying something, bro. Hold on. I'm tripping. I'm ready to go home. It's like I want to be outside, but there ain't shit to do. Ooh. Yeah, man. Sometimes I'll be peeping over yonder and I see the cakes and I'm like, God damn. How'd I get there? Like that? Can be. And it is. That's wild. It is what it is, bro. Anyway. Yeah, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I might just chill out for a bit. Hit the 60 and wait to the 4. I'm saying hit the 60 and wait to the 4. Keep it simple like that. Things like that. Keep it simple like that. So, yeah, man, I'm 32. So it's like I'm able to look back at this shit and I'm like, I don't know nobody doing the shit that I've consistently done, just in general. And I'm constantly doing some consistent type of shit every year. Don't matter what it is. I'm trying to find something new. Keep myself on my toes. What's the new thing I'm doing this year, this season? What am I going to end up doing? What am I put the purchases on? Can you be patient? Can you flip the stock at the right time of the month? Can you hit the crypto at the right time of the whatever? You know what I'm saying? I ain't really like trading and whoop de wop like that. I'm playing the waiting game more or less, letting the investments do what they do, but staying active with the creations, man. All you can do is just create. Just keep on creating. You know what I mean? Stay on a creative mode. Stay recreating yourself and whatnot. But I can't act like the income ain't haunting me right now. You know what I'm saying? I be looking at shit like, damn, I'm a little haunted by the income right now. And it ain't mathing up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also very mindful of like my value shouldn't be based off of that either. It's just times win. And it's just funny because I've been thinking about this a lot, man. Matter of fact, we might close it like such. Since I quit in February, man, I've been hitting them lows. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hitting them lows, bro. I ain't gonna say I was rock bottom, but I was sitting there like, damn, I gotta figure this out right now. But I need to chill out and just be where I need to be right here in this moment. I just knew that much. You know what I'm saying? And in the midst of all that, motherfuckers I needed in my corner wasn't even in contact like that. They're reaching out now. You know what I'm saying? They're reaching out now. You know why they're reaching out today though? Cause, bro, yeah, they're reaching out today though. Of all days, so it's just interesting. It's just like, yeah, that's just crazy to me, man. Like I'm telling you, there's certain people like I haven't heard from in months, and it's like I was telling my friend this the other day. I was telling my friend this shit the other day. Man, no, this might have been last week. I was like, what's funny is like when I was calling people and checking on them the most, that's when I had a 9 to 5. Like when I had a job, there was enough time in between certain deliveries at the job where I could sit there and just call people and check on them. There was one day I knocked out the work hella quick. And then my coworker was like, "No, you ain't got to do shit today. I promise you." I was like, "Damn, all right." Like, good looks. And then I had so much time in the day. I smoked a cigar for lunch break for like 2 hours. I called all my uncles, and then my one of my friends' dads. Like, I was just checking on people. I was calling hella people. Talked to them for like 10 minutes here and there, 10, 15, just checking on people. How you doing? What's going on? You all right? All right, just checking on you. That's it. I had so much time to check on people, and then literally because I'm not working and I don't have the job, right? I don't got no job right now. So it's like because ever since then that time frame, Ain't nobody did the same for me. And I started thinking like, all right, I know like at least I can count on one hand the amount of people that really call and check on me type shit. But that whole time I was doing it while I was on the job. But it's interesting because in this time period, because I have no, well, I shouldn't say I don't have income, but because I have no job technically, any, excuse me, no income from the job, I should say specifically, because I don't got that going on and I'm not occupied with a 9 to 5 kind of, taking over my hours. Because I don't got that, um, I have to spend every day and every hour within them days just trying to do these, man. You understand? I got to make this happen. I got to make the numbers, amount up. They got to amount to something. I got to get the numbers up there. I got to keep posting at least 1 or 2 of the videos every day. Pre-recorded, saying video game stuff. If it ain't that, got the Beyblade shorts going. That's gonna rock till August, about August and September-ish. We're gonna see how long it lasts, and then I'm gonna just keep creating from there. Keep on finding new things to create. Keep on doing new things that are inexpensive. As long as I got a phone, you can't stop me, bro. You understand? As long as I got a phone, something's gonna get created. As long as I got the laptop, as long as I got my devices I need. You know what I'm saying? And I was waiting for that thing to hit zero again, because all I was gonna say was, motherfuckers ain't hit me up for 4 months, and they hit me up today. You know why they hit me up today? Because it's my birthday. Motherfuckers sitting there, finally hit me with some happy birthday text, but they did it on, motherfuckers hit me on the group text. They didn't even hit me directly. Like, fuck all that shit, bro. It is what it is. I'm not tripping though. I'll take it for what I'll take what I can get. But at the same time, it's just kind of funny. Like, it's just kind of funny to me. I was like, damn, fuck a birthday. What about all the other days that, like, I kind of just need, but how would they know? So, how would they know that, like, I needed people, right? It's funny. I just got done watching a video this morning that pertains to that. They were saying like, the solution is not rest. It was something about literally just asking for help. And I was like, bro, I feel like in some way, shape, or form, I feel like I have before, if that makes sense. I've asked for help for sure, and I've been like, hey, man. But I'm at a point where, like, I feel like it's easier for me to just do. That's a bad habit too, though, man. You got to speak up a little bit. But aside from the bad habits and needing to speak up, I gotta just, yeah, I don't know. I gotta keep creating. That's one thing about me, is that even when I start saying what I need to say, they never say I didn't lead by example. Because I ain't gonna demand people to, because I can't expect a lot of people to do what I'm doing either. It's a time thing, really. It's a time and a dedication thing. Quality is questionable, but it is what it is. Because I'm working on that. I'm always constantly working on the quality. But I think about that sometimes, man. I was like, I know some people that, like, I just think about it a little bit, where I'm like, it's always when it's convenient for them. I mean, that's for everyone, right? It's always when it's convenient for us. But we got to go out of our way a bit, man. You know, like earlier today, man. One of my cousins, I was sitting there. I just thought about her. I was like, damn, I haven't heard from her in a while. Hoping she's doing all right, because her health is in bad state right now. And like a random, like, or I shouldn't say random, but one of the songs played on shuffle that I had learned about because I was in the car with her. I was like, man, let me just call her. But this is more of a day that I kind of felt slumped out and tired. So let me check on her. And then just hearing her voice on the phone, and her telling me that her phone connection was going out, and all this stuff, like all these bad things were happening. I'm like, it's good enough to just hear her. But even then, I was like, I gotta, I gotta stay on top of reaching out to people. That's just me. Gotta reach out to people, because that was an uncomfortable moment. That was a couple hours ago. It was uncomfortable in the sense that, like, I just wanted to lay down in bed, but it was like, bro, I need to go outside. I need to make something happen. I gotta, I don't need to get active or nothing, but it's just for my own whatever. I need to do something for myself on my birthday, because I feel like I've constantly tried to take the back seat. I don't know when and where that started. It probably started all the way back when I was shit. We might have been moving or something. And I think when we first moved, they wanted to, my mom and my mom was being like a good parent trying to celebrate my birthday, but I'm like, nah, we don't have to do that. We could save money. So I think that's where it started. I could be wrong. I feel like it was around that time period. If it wasn't that, it was maybe a year before that. I don't know, bro. I don't be remembering everything. There's something like that. I'm not trying to run across the street. I ain't in the mood to do shit today. I'm saying I might end up just being at the house, just like recording again. I really might just be doing that. My mic is still there. You still see it? Hold on. It's still there. All right. Where the fuck is my mic? Like I thought that shit fell out. I'm not tripping. I got this playlist, right? It's about 30 something minutes. I played like maybe one song from it, left the house, got to the taco truck, ate the quesadillas, started walking in the street. Right before I made it to the park, like it was near the end of the playlist. Actually, the playlist ended right before I got to the park, and I played one extra song, one last song, right before I sat down. And I'm like, damn, I was walking. That's only like 7 blocks, and I'm moving around. I'm moving slow as shit. That's how I know I'm not in the mood for nothing. You know, my body's telling me too, is bro, yeah, you want to eat them snacks, yeah, re up on the energy, re up on that protein, whatever. Pause. But just rest, man. It's definitely like a, and it's interesting because tomorrow's gonna be the cloudiest, or supposedly it's gonna be cloudier and colder. I don't know how much of that is true, but I don't know. For now, I'm gonna play it by ear, man. Just see how the body feels and go based off of that. And back streets, man. Like what it used to be. You know, that's another interesting thing is like, older I'm getting, there's things I have to apply based off everything I've learned up to this point. You know what I mean? To continue to learn more though, you gotta humble yourself. You know, it goes without saying, but you gotta really humble yourself if you're trying to learn and expand a bit. You gotta remember, like, I don't know, for lack of a better term, you're gonna have to submit to the people that are willing to teach you. But you also gotta trust them. You know what I'm saying? So I find myself sometimes just like questioning individuals, like, man, I don't know if I can really trust this person like that. They talking a little too much. I just see them switching up personalities depending on who in front of them. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if that's some survival shit or what. I don't like it. I don't have to like it either. You know what I mean? I don't like that's happening, but it's happening. Anyway, I sort of to say, like, everything I learned up to this point and everything I can learn from like internet and things like that, all the knowledge that I can apply, I got to push it kind of forward. You know what I mean? I got to apply it to the next thing. And that's where it gets tricky because it's like the work ethic from whether that be sports or sports world and stuff like that. I got to find a way to put that into arts in the correct way. You know what I mean? So, in a correct way. I don't know, like, because with boxing, it's like a hard work thing, showing up, consistency, hard work. But then it's like the creative side of things, doing the hard work and creative side of things. It mixes, but it doesn't. some of the best creative stuff that I've done have been the simplest shit, simplest motions and stuff that I've done. But the simplest motions sometimes are mastered after doing the most. So really, what comes, I'm just trying to say, like, I'm trying to find the balance in all this right here, slowly but surely. You know what I mean? I'm not too worried about it. And I'm crossing the street, but yeah, slowly but surely. Simplify. So that's why, back to the simplifying the shit. That's my whole thing. Is like, that's why I'm not really tripping on quality. You do something consistent enough, you start figuring out how to do it better. The better is gonna happen anyway. It's gonna happen over time anyway. I'm just more on the effect of making sure I get something done, making sure I do it in the first place. So a lot of people aren't doing. A lot of people don't do anything in the first place. They're kind of stuck in the what's the word? Um, this analysis phase. The analysis. Um, I forgot the fucking phrase goes. Analysis paralysis phase, where they're just kind of stuck thinking and planning before they make the first move. I had a friend like that, and like I just couldn't, I couldn't really deal with her right now because it was just some bullshit. Really, it was just one of the things where like it's almost like every other text was about needing money. I'm like, if she sees this, I'm like, man, you was on some bullshit. I don't give a fuck what you on, but you want some bullshit. So I don't even respond to people like that no more. It becomes a violation of trust at some point. But anyway, the point I'm making is like, she was like, I guess I gotta go invest in a ring light or something like that. Or like I don't even use a ring light, bro. I don't even use that shit. Like ring light and a new camera and a mic. Like I don't even do all that. You know what I'm saying? This is some $20 shit, $20, 25, whatever, for this little mic on the collar. All that shit cheap as hell, bro. And then you have the phone you already been using. As long as you keep, that's what I'm saying. Just keep your devices clean and protect your stuff, man. Hold on. Protect your things. That's the main thing. Protect your things. People don't take care of their shit. That's the main thing. People don't take care of their shit. That's a good sign too, though. Some people just aren't materialistic. Like you can't give them nice things because they'll break them devices. It's a creative mindset, though. People who have creative mindsets like that, like that's the other aspect about it. The creative mindset about it, you have to just invite or bring them people to the studio. It's like these people can't be in charge of the studio or the equipment, but they know how to be. Does that make sense? Like they wouldn't. There's people who create the microphones and the master mix and master boards, equalizing boards, whatever the fuck you call that shit. You know what I'm saying? There's people who make those, and then there's people who actually use it. Like Dr. Dre, I don't think he's ever made one of those, but he's probably used it the best. The soundboard's the best. Does that make sense? I don't think Jimi Hendrix has ever created a guitar, but he's probably one of the best to ever play it. You see what I'm trying to say? So it's really interesting in that same regard, where it's like in the studio and in the creative space, it's like I'm just over here trying to cover all ground because I want to learn some shit. That's just me. I'm on some golden boy shit, but at the same time, you got to be mindful. Like I had a friend like that where you couldn't give him a phone or a laptop because he'll break that shit. Motherfucker break everything. He's not materialistic. He don't care about the shit more than he cares about his life and other things. But if you put him in an environment or a place where it's like, hey man, we can put you here and you can just be creative and let loose, he's gonna make it happen. You just gotta get him in the right mode or whatever. Get shit going. It don't take much to motivate me, bro. That's what I'm saying. I'm in between with a lot of shit. I'm the ultimate balance type shit. I know that much about myself. So I'm just aware of it. You know, gotta have a little bit of everything. But I don't need much for the motivation. I'm gonna just stay on creative mode. Stay on creator mode, man. That's what it is, man. I know, like, it's funny because I was listening to the Danny Brown's podcast. Danny Brown said he spent most of the time spending money on 2K creating the character. I was like, that's how you know he's more of a creative, where he's gonna spend more time doing the creation than the actual action and playing sometimes. But even then, some people know how to create in the action space of hooping on the game or whatever. So, but these video games would show you a lot about yourself. That's why most people, it's interesting because Dragon Quest 3 is kind of like that. You can make your own team, you can customize them, but at the same time, um, the storyline's real good. Can't act like it ain't good. Little squirrel out here, he's running around. Yeah, buddy. Where you going? He's out of there. Man, we getting real close to the crib. Anyway, so I'm gonna close that right there. I might go home and go to fucking sleep. I don't know. See how my body feels. Really, I'm tired. I guess. You know. At this point, I'm just hitting the lives because I can. But believe me when I tell you guys, I love and appreciate when you guys drop in on me. The interactions is everything. I cherish that. I cherish it deeply. I cherish it greatly. So everyone dropped in and said, "What's up?" And it wasn't much. Wasn't that many people, man. I get like it used to be like this in the beginning, so it feels like I'm restarting. Like Landon, Mr. and Mrs. G, Inside. I didn't even realize Inside was there. My bad. Shout out to Alex. I got Solaren, aka dropped on me, so it's really interesting. You know, it's really interesting. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what to make of it. It just feels like I'm restarting, but we'll see again if I do the little whatever. Also, hey, that's another thing. I'm taking out tags because I'm taking out the tags. Like there's different how do I explain this? It's gonna hit the algorithm differently, I should say. It's gonna be in the algorithm differently. So you'll see, man. I'm gonna let it be what it is. I'm just being patient at this point. All right, show. We right here, pretty much. Listen, man, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Peace. I'm out of here. You're gonna see me maybe tomorrow, but we'll see what I end up doing. All right, man. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Peace.